Well, another slow week. Phones haven't rang. It's been pretty slow. I know a lot of people are reaching out to me, pushing back on me, telling me that be careful what you wish for because you just may get it because I voted for Trump. And I know a lot of people out there feel that this is Trump's fault. This is not Trump's fault. This here is the war of politics, and you and I were caught in the middle. And regardless of what you believe, that's the truth. It's just not Donald Trump. I mean, I know a lot of people think his tariffs are a little outrageous and it's hurting the country, but that's not what's hurting us right now. What's hurting us right now is the Federal Reserve. You have to think about Powell. Powell's over that, and Trump and Powell, they're kind of at war. Trump can't fire him, and Powell, he don't like Trump. And what he's doing, he's keeping these reserves, the interest rates high, between 4.25 and 4.5, and people are not going to buy at that, not knowing that at the end of the year he's probably going to be gone anyway. And but until then, that leaves truck drivers wondering what in the world are they going to do. This is where I always say that trucking is a game of chess, and you really have to know how to play a game of chess in order to get somewhere in there. Because if you don't know how to play it, you're going to lose. And trucking, this is where you have to really sit yourself back, and give yourself a plan and stick to that plan and see what you can do to get yourself through this. Because it's going to probably be like this probably through December. They can meet one more time for the reserve. You see if they're going to lower the interest rates, but the way it looks, it's probably not. Powell, he keeps blaming the inflation on tariffs, and it could be who do we say one way or the other. He's one's over it. He's not lowering it, but we have to deal with it. So that's the end of the story. But my suggestion to you is do what I'm doing. We are being patient. We went out, we got a couple of our own accounts. Thank God we have that. We didn't have our accounts, we probably would not be here telling you the story right now or telling you what you can do. But it's really important you at least try to pick up some work for yourself without a load board, because too many truck drivers are fighting over these loads, and brokers know this, are throwing the race and making more money at the expense of truck drivers' equipment and themselves. It's a it's a cutthroat industry, especially right now. And my suggestion is, try to lay back. Don't kill your truck, don't kill yourself. This will pass. And when it does pass, come January, now I can't talk about reefer or dry van, but I'm talking about the flatbed industry. We're taking a beating because we're not building the homes because of the Federal Reserve. But come January, we get a new person in over the Federal Reserve. More than likely, they're going to lower those interest rates to where they need to be at. And there's going to be more work than we know what to do with. The rates will be looking pretty good, and it'll be enough to go around for everyone. But that's a long way away. And how you get there, you really have to sit yourself down, go over your expenses, itemize everything and what you're doing, get rid of those load boards you're not using, just cut back on your expenses and stop chasing that freight, because it's not going to chase you anywhere. You're not going to chase it anywhere except into bankruptcy, because it's nothing out there worth chasing. Trust me when I tell you this. Trucking's been unstable since 2010 when they ever came in with the CSA in 2010. And since then, trucking's been a yo-yo for years to come. And it's probably going to be like that for years to come after that. I'm just telling you. But this one here is pretty much forecast that's going to probably end at the end of the year. And that's just from my experience. You can agree with me, or you can say, I don't know what I'm talking about. But that's what I'm sticking with, and that's what I'm planning on, banking on. You guys have a good night. God bless. Drive safe, and I hope that you guys have a plan to get through this. Have a good night.